Hey guys, I'm Joe and I'm from Foxtrot. We make Money World. They're over there. Wave guys. Right, so here in the UK we have easy access to social and economic data. And it'll be useful specifically for voters, for example, in developing countries if they have access to the same kind of information. But sadly it's unavailable. So we've got to find a medium for communicating this data to them, and also we have to deal with the fact that we have low literacy rates, especially in developing countries. So this graph shows us that they've sort of leapfrogged the whole landline telephone thing. In developing countries, in sub-Saharan Africa, we have 50 phones per 100 people, and South Africa has even overtaken the US. So it's relevant and useful for us to provide stuff via apps to these guys developing stuff. So our solution was to use an Android app. It gives you a selection of important social and economic indicators. Currently we support South Africa, Southern Africa and Western Africa. And to accommodate low literacy, we focus on a small set of indicators and try to make the visualizations really eye-catching, so it's easy to find the important information and put it into context quickly. We built it on Sensor Touch. Basically, we made a web app. We're able to port it to the phone. It's flexible, so we can port it to new devices, screen sizes, and add new visualizations. So when you start the app, you choose your country and you're brought to an indicator. You swipe left or right to look at different ones. I'm going to take you through it. You can look at the unemployment here. It gives you an intuitive, or you look at it and you get a good feel of how much of the population is unemployed. 5 doctors, really what you want to see is just the number. That's pretty self-explanatory. Here, if your country has a really big GDP within your region, if you're Botswana, you have the biggest GDP in Southern Africa, then your circle is really big and red. If you're Zimbabwe, it's small and, big and green. If you're Zimbabwe, you're really small and red. Income equality, similar thing. It's useful just to get sort of rating. This is how long you live in Kenya. Some birthday cakes, a nice little visualization there. Inflation again, you just want the number really. If you wanted more detail though, so you can tap on any of these summary views and you can be taken to what you see on the right. You'll get a chart of how this thing has changed over time. It's scrollable, it's zoomable. You can tap on any of the points there and it will give you a little bit of information about that time, that year. You can hit the globe icon on the menu bar for a different view. This will give you a map view. It'll color the countries depending on the value of the indicator in that country. Useful for stuff that is where you want to see how you compare to other countries. If you don't know what an indicator means, you hit the I button. It gives you what we hope is a helpful, concise explanation of what that indicator is if you don't get what unemployment means literally. So our data is sourced from the World Bank. We wrote a server in Java that pulls this all through from the API. We wrote our own API for the client app. We ask for an indicator in a region or a country, and it gives it back to us in JSON. We try to minimize the amount of bandwidth we use because in a mobile application, mobile network, you're really limited on bandwidth. That's your constriction. And especially in developing countries where technology is advances here, where we can have huge bandwidth. So, what we built is a solid platform for making the data really easily accessible. It's easily extensible. In the future, the kind of extensions we support other regions, say the rest of Africa, Asia, South America will be really important places to expand into. Our database is simple to extend to new sources. We've got scripts to pull things in from different places. It's a MySQL database. The World Bank is our focus right now, but we identified other sources that we'd use. And Sensor Touch allows us to add new visualizations very easily. We are, I think, the smallest group. So we had to, due to lack of manpower, scrap a couple of really nice visualizations. So those are very close. And if we were able to do that, implement things in JavaScript, extend JavaScript already existing graphics really easily, we can add them in very quickly. And yeah, it's a very useful app that we think, and thank you for listening.